Welcome to Backwater Casting. I'm your host, Rick Greene. On today's show, we're fishing one of the border lakes between Maine and New Brunswick for smallmouth bass. My guests today are Mike Boudicca and his grandson, Ethan. Just for curiosity's sake, that big rock out there, the bigger one?
Yep.
That's got a stake on top of it. That's the American border, and it runs right through here and around the corner. So that's the United States, that's Canada. Keep the line tight and just very, very slowly we'll bring it back. Oh, he's right there. He come right in after it. Yep. Yeah, come right in after it. He's still chasing it. You might catch him right there, Ethan. A good fish, Ethan, to start the day. I'm gonna just keep him right there for a second. We're gonna see if he's got a buddy. Sometimes they got buddies. Yeah, no buddy with them. I thought there might be. Here we go. And there we go. That's a good start. Nice fish, Ethan.
Felt pretty good.
That was a good fish, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, a good fight.
You gotta start it off.
Bass?
Yep. Hard to say. I thought there was another one underneath.
Do you need the net?
Yeah. Look at him. Yeah, I probably should have. I actually thought there was two. That's what I was looking to see if there was a second fish there. That guy was a little higher up. Ethan got his on the bottom. I would say this guy was suspended. Well, I got that one on a jerkbait. Ethan got the first fish, and his was close to bottom because he picked it up on a drop shot, and mine was suspended probably 3 or 4 feet down. So we haven't figured out a pattern yet. We just caught a couple of fish, so we'll see what they're working on. If I get another one on the jerkbait, I'll rig another one up for Ethan at the back. So we get into a flurry right in this general area last Wednesday, right here.
What does that mean?
It means there were some fish here. Good fish.
Well, there's one.
Nice. Nice. This guy didn't steal your bait.
Good. That one's not as big, I don't.
No, he's not as big as your first one. Yep.
Is that the same one?
No.
I don't think it's as big.
Got him?
Yeah. I got that fish on the drop shot.
Yeah, it's good bait. You got lots of weight, so you get down to the bottom quick and you can feel everything. He's crazy, but he's small. You got one too? Oh.
That was definitely a fish bite.
Almost had a double. Come here, little fella.
What size was that one, Rick?
Oh, pound and a quarter, pound and a half. Well, if they can get their mouth around it, they'll try and eat it. I've caught bass on these things that were, you know, a ½ an inch or an inch longer than the bait itself. If they think they can eat it, they'll have a go at it.
Eat the net.
They're a decent one. Nope. Come back here. Right on the tip of the nose, just perfect.
That's a bigger one.
Squeeze.
On the drop shot. Really fun and fun to battle. It was really good.
And who won the fight?
Me.
Yeah, I caught one. Yeah, it hit the water and the line just jumped. If you're looking for the big one, this wasn't it.
They all feel big.
Yeah, they all feel big, but
they aren't.
No. Second smallest, look, he threw a minnow up, so that's what they're eating right there.
Good fun to battle.
Anyway, there you go, little buddy. Oh, we'll try and get them into a bigger one. There's fish in here twice that size, so hopefully we'll run into one.
Holy mackerel.
Big or small?
Big.
Big?
Oh, no, that bass.
It's a good fish. A 4-pound bass in New Brunswick is somewhere between 15 and 20.
Oh, look at that.
That's a good one, Mike. Boy, that just popped right out. Popped right out.
Good fish.
Got one. quite as big, but close.
That's a big one. That's still a pretty big fish though.
Yep, he's skinny for this time of year. He's not super fat. Not super fat.
Didn't even know that it was a fish because it was just.
I think we're getting hammered here from the back of the boat.
I think we need to net it.
Okay, coming. Oh, he went under. Sneaky guy. Dove under the net. Oh, he's bigger than the little guy.
Oh yeah.
Well, Ethan, why don't you tell the folks at home what sports you like to play?
I'm 10 years old and I play Adam Rec on the Nakawik Hawks. I've scored 2 goals this year because I joined late, like really late in the season, and I have 4 assists. And then I also play summer hockey.
Just as I was reeling it in.
I'll net it.
Okay, just put the net in the water. There we go. There we go. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Good net man, hard to come by.
Good fish.
He's a nice chunky fish, not a monster. So you can watch your bait and just give it a couple of pops, pick up the slack, give it a couple of pops, pick up the slack. If one, this is the hard part, if one blows up on it, don't swing until you feel them. Because sometimes you get buck fever almost. So I'm going to move you ahead because what we have, you can see the rock right there. So there's a rock point comes out here, but there's a trough in here that's a little bit deeper with grass. There you go. So is that your first topwater fish?
Yep.
All right. Yes, sir.
Net it.
No, he went under. Boys, he doesn't want to go in the net. God. That was 3-ring circus.
I think that's probably my biggest of the day.
No, I think your first one was bigger than that.
Catching lots of them, aren't you?
He's a tail walker.
Yeah, he was that.
Tail walker.
He was a tail walker. Is that your first topwater fish ever?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's it like when you see him coming up?
It looks like a fish jump.
Yeah. Yeah, they put a big boil on the water. Well, Ethan, it's pretty apparent to me that you've fished before because you can cast really good. So what do you like about fishing?
Well, I just love feeling the fish bite the hook. And it's just fun to see what fish you have on. And it's fun to battle them. My favorite fish to catch would be smallmouth bass. Because they put on a really big fight and even the small ones feel like big ones.
It just hit the bottom and the line shot right out.
No, he isn't. He has that same mark on his gill.
Yeah, it might just be it does have the same mark. This one's smaller though.
What would those marks be on that fish?
Yeah, Ethan, I think it's just a color variation. It's just a little wee flash of color on the edge of the gill plate. Just a little variation in color. Welcome back to Backwater Casting. In this part of the show, we're going to learn a little bit about Mike and his grandson Ethan while we continue to catch a great bag of smallmouth bass.
I got a fairly good fish on. But the end of the rod's going pretty good here. Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
No, he's still there. He's still there.
Well, he's a good fighter anyways. Just a little fella.
Well, Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about your hobby with the side-by-side and the ATV clubs?
I belong to York County West ATV Club. We drive a side-by-side, the Polaris 800. We have about 400 members to our club. We have a couple of runs a year, a Porco run and a member appreciation run. I guess that's in the end of September. A lot of fun. We have quite a few kilometers in managed trails and some not managed or approved as of yet. Average about 80 to 100 bikes per organized run.
So with that bigger club, Mike, is there any special projects that you guys are working on on the trail system?
Right now we're working on getting more managed trails. We got some approved already, and we're working on the Jewett Creek Bridge. We got the Corps of Army Engineers come out and are giving us an estimate of what it will take to put a bridge across, an approved bridge that will basically hold mainly ATVs, and that it's about a 70-foot span. Just waiting on the approval from their, like Ottawa, on that part of it. The rest, what we're doing trail clearing.
2 fish come out of there, and there's a little gut that goes in there, so this is the second fish.
With this,
just throw straight in there as far as you can go, yeah, as far as you can throw. Maybe we get a daily double. We haven't had a double yet. Oh, there's another one back there. There's another one.
Where?
Right behind me.
Is it still behind him?
I don't see him anymore, but there was 2 of them. He's still down there. So throw that way and reel it right back. Yeah, there was 2 of them. Yeah, there I saw him again. He's still down there. Yeah, probably got too close. Anyway, we'll get this guy off. Yeah, the best thing to do with that is to throw something in there like a tube or a drop shot, because they think this guy lost the bait.
Good fish, Rick.
Nice. He's a little chubbier than the one a minute ago. Well, what happened, Ethan, was that I had that fish on and there was another one coming in behind him, and I thought if we could get that second bait across in front of him, he'd eat yours too, and then we'd have our first daily double.
It's my first fish in quite a while.
Yeah, well, I say that fish was in 33 feet of water, right on the bottom.
Came up a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah, he's not very big. He threw your worm away too. Threw your worm away.
Nice fish, Ethan. Got a good, nice picture of it.
Yeah, he's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, he just hit the bottom and boom.
It's a good sign for this spot.
Yep. No, boys, he's pulling. There he goes. There he goes. Just to be on the safe side. Whoops, there we go. That's my biggest one of the day right there. Yeah, high 2 anyway.
A
mid to high
pound is
2.
a lot heavier than you think.
Yeah, he's a mid to high 2.
Nice fish, Rick. What did you get that one on?
I was on top water again.
That's a nice one.
I just looked down at the little ranch and he was just sitting there on the bottom. I dropped it right down beside him. Another one there too.
It's a nice one.
He's good. Putting up a fight. Well, maybe I will net him. I'm gonna hoist him, but not that one.
Well, I just saw a big fish on the fish finder, so I'm dropping this drop shot right down to the bottom and see if he'll get it.
Well, it's right in the corner, just where he's supposed to be.
Nice
Nice chunky fish up in here though. That guy was on the bottom in 7 feet of water. Saw him on the Lowrance screen. I just dropped straight down and caught him. Oh, he's got one. I thought he saw one on the screen. I was telling him to get it straight down under the boat. Another baby?
It's a little bit bigger. Very good. Pretty strong fish.
Big or small?
Oh, boat medium.
Boat medium?
It's bigger than my other 2, I'd say. Ah, no, it's not. Actually, yeah, it's a little bigger.
And squeeze. Just get it right in. Squeeze. There you go.
Moving his tail pretty weirdly.
This guy's not as big. He'll stay here though. There's something over there. That's 2 fish right there. And one more. There. I could tell he was going to do another one. Come here, you.
Is that the same one?
Nope, this guy's not as big.
Oh yeah. What did you get that one on?
So I caught that one on Ethan's topwater. And gone.
Oh, fish. That is
Tighten her up.
big. It's gonna be a nice.
Look at him. Good one.
That was my biggest of the day.
He's been caught and released. That's an old hook mark. Really tight. He's big.
Nice fish, Ethan.
I can barely hold him. That fish was like really heavy. It felt like a rock, and I thought it was a rock.
Nope.
Yes.
Come on, buddy. No, I think I'm gonna just hoist this guy.
It's pretty good size still.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw a big fish on the fish finder, so I'm dropping this drop shot right down to the bottom. Hey Rick, how do you do that?
What I did, the hook was just right in the roof of the mouth of the fish, so it was really accessible to me. And I just put my finger in the bend and push down, and it just pops it right out. So if you've got a nice easy hook set close to the mouth, you can get them. Another one?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
definitely a fish.
Yeah, I can see the rod thumping. Yeah, that's got to be a good fish too. There. Oh yes, sir. Nice one. Onto this side. Deep water too. 25 feet of water. That's getting her done. That's getting her done. It's okay. Let them fight. There you go. Yeah.
That's hard work.
I don't see the hook in that guy either.
I think that's even bigger.
You'd be close.
I got pictures of both of them so we can check.
That was a big fight, and it was really fun to catch.
We got here a bass about a third the size of Ethan's last two. I'm trying to get these little guys out of his way so he doesn't stress himself too much catching these small fish when there's bigger ones to be had. 'Cause he told me he likes to catch the big ones. Yeah, he just wants big fish. Yep. Not caught before, no marks on them whatsoever. Yeah, Ethan's fish have been substantially bigger.
And what'd you get that one on, Rick?
That one just came on a melon orange tube. 1/8 ounce head.
What's the tube supposed to imitate?
To me, it imitates a crawfish or, you know, an aquatic insect on the bottom, because I generally crawl it across the bottom. So to me, that's what it imitates. You can swim them as well, and it would just look like a minnow, I guess. They don't reason like we do. It's there, they eat it, or they don't eat it.
Yeah, I got a fish.
I wouldn't lie to you. A little fish?
Oh yeah.
I didn't promise you.
Definitely not a big one.
It's good enough. You'd have been happy to see him this morning. You'd have been happy to see him this morning.
Yeah.
There you go. Squeeze.
It's a nice fish right there.
Yeah. They're all nice. Some of them are just bigger.
The drop shot never even went all the way to the bottom before I hooked him, and it felt like I was scraping a rock. So it was pretty cool. It's a nice fish, Rick.
Same as yours. He's the same as, well, yours might have been even a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
That's been my story today. Yours was bigger. I'm gonna drop the anchor. We hit 2 fish here that fast.
That's a good spot for him to get hooked too.
Yep.
Not too hard to get out. How old would that fish be?
Just a baby. Probably 7 years old. Takes a long time to grow a bass in New Brunswick. This is a jackal flick shake. It's a finesse worm, and Ethan really likes that bait.
Thanks, Rick. I really like that bait because last time that we were fishing, I caught a lot of good sized fish with it.
Yeah, what we're doing here is this is a flooded impoundment. So there's, back in there somewhere, there was an original creek channel when this flooded. So we have a variation in depth here. It goes from 8 into about 12 or 14 back up to 8. And on the 2 tops, we have grass. And so we're fishing around that grass and into the little bit of a channel that there is. And that's where the fish have been. We've got another nice one.
Bass. Another one.
Oops, right over the net. Come back here. One-handed net jobs.
Oh, he's hooked in a good spot.
Yeah, right
too.
on the end of the nose, yeah.
Oh, he's hooked right through the top of the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, nose.
Perfect spot. There you go. He's all yours.
Yes, sir.
Fun, good battle.
He was a little bigger than I thought. Again, I saw him on the Lawrence and I just flipped back over. Just try to figure out where on the drift he was because we're moving on a bit of an angle, but he had lots of yellow in him in the sonar, so usually it's not bad. There he is.
I like the fish finder because it has very good technology and it works great.
We got that. Nice clean way to get the hooks out when they're inside deeper than you would like. There. Come back here. That through twice. He's hard, 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 hard. He's gonna jump. That was the last of your special worms.
Really?
Yeah, only had 2.
Little tongue. I caught it on the jackal worm and it was still a really good fight, but wasn't huge.
So this one's called a clone fry, and it's the same company, Jackal, and it's a finesse drop shot bait, and it looks just like a little smelt. So we're gonna nose hook that on here and put you back to work, landing fish.
Catch another fish.
Catch another fish, yeah. Get it back a little bit and out. So he's,
Will it wheel straight?
yeah. Yes, sir.
It's a big one.
You better get the net. That looks like a serious bend in the rod.
My worm's gone.
He didn't sound super big, but he's got an awful bend in that rod.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with him. Yeah, he just, nice clean entry so he's not making a huge splash.
It's tough.
Tough.
How badly did he swallow
Not
it?
bad.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. Really fun. It felt like a rock, definitely.
Yeah, I wasn't sure for a minute. He really bent the rod. This is a lighter rod. I mean, it's definitely meant for drop shotting.
Any size, Rick?
Not really. Maybe, I don't know if he'd be 2 pounds from what I can see. We'll know better when we get him up. He doesn't look like he would be. There. Anyway, might be my last one of the day right there. The ramp is right behind us. See ya.
What'd you get that on?
It came on another topwater, Fire Tiger topwater. Ethan, thank you so much for joining us on the boat today. I had a blast with you. You're a good old fisherman. I hate to admit it, but you caught the biggest fish today. I get done. Did you have a good time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite way to fish?
Oh, probably with the.
It's a drop shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, you caught lots of fish on that drop shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good day on the water.